Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today our topic industrial development, industrial sector in Pakistan. Before starting this topic, we have industry. What is an industry? A place where raw material is converted into finished goods using labor and machines. Now industry by type, primary industry, secondary and tertiary industry. And the industry by size, we have large scale industry, small scale cottage industries. What are the factors required for the industry? It has human and economic socio factors. We require labor, capital, machinery to set up an industry, advertisement for the promotion of industry, transportation is required for moving the goods from one place to another, training of the people is required to run the industry or the machines, insurance. And what are the natural factors? Premises, area, land, and shop must be related to that factory or industry. Suitable climate, flat land, and water if required. Now, major industries in Pakistan, we have cotton textile industry, iron and steel industry, sugar industry, cement industry, brick kiln industry, tourism industry, sports and fertilizer industries. Industrial zones, areas specified by the government wherein incentives are given to the investors to start operating industries in the country. These are the areas away from the populated areas wherein the industries operate are the industrial sites. Agro-based industries like based on agriculture is called an agro-based industry. Nationalization and privatization. All industrial assets and industries are taken over by the government. It's nationalization and private sector is allowed to operate as privatization. Formal sector proper work related arrangements have been done to facilitate the employees complete their task on time. Training is provided. This all comes in the formal sector. Now there are no proper guidelines, no infrastructure, no paperwork, no training provided. It's in the informal sector. Problems of large scale industry, it requires large amount of capital, large area of land is required, high degree of pollution, power resources will be consumed in huge amounts, required to be established in an area where labor is easily available. Heavy mechanical complex or expensive machinery required. Training is required in case of a technical job. The textile industry of Pakistan. These are some pictures of textile industry. Introduction. For textile industry is one of the sectors of Pakistan which provides high employment opportunities and has had a substantial contribution to the growth and development of the country. More than 500 textile mills were set up during the past 4 decades, making this sector an important stakeholder in Pakistan economy. Pakistan's textile industry ranks amongst the top in the world. Cotton-based textiles contribute over 60% to the total exports, accounts for 46% of the total manufacturing, and provide employment to 38% manufacturing labor force. The availability of cheap labor and basic raw cotton as raw material for textile industry has played the principal role in the growth of the Pakistan textile industry. Significance: Pakistan is the eighth largest exporter of textile products, third largest exporter of raw cotton, and it's the fourth largest producer of cotton with the third largest spinning capacity in Asia. Pakistan is the second largest supplier of cotton yarn with 26% share of the international market. Pakistan cotton textile sector accounts for 11% of GDP and 60% of exports. Economic importance of cotton: employment opportunities for the labor force to 15 billion people, 38% of the workforce, share in the GDP of the country, especially in the exports, indirect effect on the cotton production of Pakistan. Textile industry contributes approximately 60% to the total output or 11% of the country GDP. Textile industry also has a major stake in the balance of payment of the country. Problems of textile sector: effects of inflation, Government unhealthy policies, power and energy crisis, electricity crisis, gas shortage, lack of research and development, removal of subsidy on textile sector, lack of new investment, high raw material prices, export performance of textile sector, devaluation of Pakistani rupee, lack of modernized equipment. These are some problems of textile sector. These are the some fundamental processes of separating cotton from seed and impurities. Fiber is converted into yarn, forming of fabric on looms. It includes the bleaching, dyeing and printing of fabric. According to the points, the picture is also given over here, the fundamental processes of cotton. Now Pakistan textile sector, 400 textile mills, 7 million spindles, 27,000 looms in the mill sector, 700 knitwear units, 4,000 garment units, 650 dyeing and finishing units. What are the recommendations for improving the cotton textile? Removal of energy crisis, forming special export policies and tax exemptions, improvement in productivity, exploration of new export markets, awareness of international quality standards, use of high yielding seeds for better quality production, increasing the government cooperation with textile industry. After cotton, we have iron and steel industry. Steel is a metal composed of iron plus varying amounts of carbon as well as other elements such as chromium, nickel, molybdenum, zirconium, vanadium, and tungsten. Iron is the lustrous, silvery soft metal. It is extracted from iron ore and is almost never found in the free element state. In order to obtain elemental iron, the impurities must be removed by chemical reduction. The raw materials for iron ores are rocks and minerals from which metallic iron can be economically extracted. Iron ore is the raw material used to make pig iron, which is one of the main raw materials to make steel. 98% of the mined iron ore is used to make steel. Number 2, manganese. It is found as the free element in nature, often in combination with iron and in many minerals. The free element is a metal with important industrial metal alloy uses. Manganese is essential to iron and steel production by virtue of its sulfuric, deoxiding, and alloying properties. Third is coking coal. Coke is a solid carbonaceous material derived from destructive distillation of low ash, low sulfur. The volatile constituents of the coal, including water, coal gas, and coal tar, and this fuses together to mix up carbon and residual ash. So byproduct is produced as the main fuel in iron of the blast furnace. Limestone is a sedimentary rock composed largely of the mineral calcium carbonate. Large quantities of water are required in the steel making process. This is the picture of Pakistan steel processing, how it process enters into the blast furnace. The whole process is given in this picture. Outputs and uses: manufacturing plain, deformed, twisted, and ribbed bars, steel sections, channel squares, flat bars, rods, wire rods, baling hoops, tees and chains, seamless pipes, forging and stamping, spring steel bar, flat bars. Billets are used to make different bars, which are used in making railways, machine parts, and chains. These are the outputs and uses of steel. Hot rolled products: seam welded pipes for gas, water, oil, storage tanks, vessels, containers, ships, barrages, launches, and floating structures. Fabricated sections, structures, general purpose sheets, wheel rims, steel flooring, and cold rolled products. Hot rolled carbon steel coils are used for welded pipes, wheel rims and chips, etc. These are the hot rolled products of steel. Now, cold rolled sheets coil is given in this picture. Now, Pakistan Steel Mill is located at a distance of 40 kilometers southeast of Karachi at Bin Qasim, in close vicinity of Port Mohammed bin Qasim at Pipri. It is spread over an area of 18,660 acres, about 29 square miles, including 10,390 acres for the main plant, 8,070 acres for township, and 200 acres for 110 water reservoir. And in addition, it has leasehold rights over an area of 7,520 acres for the quarries of limestone and in Chimpar and Makli areas of district of Thatta. The factors required a site, obviously, with a flat, cheap, and unused land available. Natural routes, podcasting facilitates exports and imports. Capital, USSR provided economic assistance, technology, and capital because that was the collaboration with the Russian company. Raw materials, iron ore, and manganese imported through Port Qasim, limestone from Makli Hills near Thatta, water from Lake Haliji nearby. Port Qasim and Karachi have the highest electricity generating capacity in Pakistan. Available labor locally from Karachi. Most industries are located in Karachi. Over half of the steel produced is used in Punjab. Pipri is connected to the main Karachi Kotri Railway. Metal Road also connect this area to the main road network. These are the pictures of Pakistan steel mill. Effects on the environment of steel. Pollution is caused by the ships coming to supply raw materials. Natural reserves of coal, gas are being exploited for the raw material and power supply. Fresh water is used in the industry. The problems of the iron and steel industry. A lot of pollution is caused by the iron and steel industries when the iron ore is burnt at high temperatures to be melted. A lot of smoke is released, which in turn goes out into the environment, causing a lot of harm to it. This also causes ozone depletion, which in turn leads to the global warming. Economic problems. Pakistan is not very abundant in iron ore. It all has to import a lot of iron ore in order to manufacture steel here. This causes the spending of foreign exchange. Also, a lot of iron and steel is needed in day to day life since most of the things are made with this raw material, which could lead to the exhaustion of resources. Workers live and work under very poor conditions. That is social problem. We see the basic violation of the human rights when the workers are made to work in extremely high temperatures from day to night. Also, the accommodation facilities are not that good. People do not lead quality lives. The wages are also quite low considering the amount of work the workers do. After iron and steel industry, we have cement industry. Fine soft powder type of substance made from mixture of elements like limestone, clay and sand. It is usually gray in color. White can also be found but expensive. Cement mixed with water, sand and gravel forms concrete. When mixed with only water and sand forms cement plaster. 1 kilo cement contains over 300 billion grains. Now the types of cement produced in Pakistan: ordinary Portland cement, Portland blast furnace slag cement, sulfate resisting cement and white cement. Now what is ordinary Portland cement is available in the darkened shade as well in lighter shade in bags of different sizes under different brand names. It is used in all general construction, especially in major projects where cement is to meet high quality requirements. Portland blast furnace slag cement, its best quality is to provide long lasting strength against sulfate attack and is very suitable for construction near seashore and canal lining. Sulfate resisting cement incorporated into concrete projects to improve durability and reduce life cycle cost. It has high compressive strength and improved resistance to aggressive chemicals. The white cement has the same properties as grey cement except the color. A raw material for cement: limestone, clay, gypsum, furnace oil or coal. The process flowchart: quarry, crusher, pre-melting, yard, structure, raw mill, then in kiln we have coal supply, coal crusher, then in the cooler, cement mill we have gypsum, fly ash, then to the market packaging. This is the flowchart of cement. Now, what are the factors required? Location should be near to the reserves of gypsum and limestone found in areas of Sindh and Potwar Plateau. Industries are located in Sindh or Punjab in order to attract skilled laborers. Major consumption is in Punjab and Sindh where construction is carried out on large scale. Power resources are required to operate the cement manufacturing plant. Investment can be taken as a loan from the bank. Transport accessible to motorways, main roads, railways for ease of transporting in raw materials, exporting finished products to where needed. After cement, we have a fertilizer industry. Needs of fertilizer industry in Pakistan. Most of the regions in Pakistan have soils lacking in nitrogenous matter as essential component required for healthy and high yields. High yielding variety seeds use a lot of nutrients and some bulky crops like sugarcane exhaust soils of nutrients. To solve these problems and to maintain and increase high yields, especially of cash crops, are fertilizers essential to Pakistan. The increase in waterlogging and salinity has also increased fertilizer use as farmers want to maintain and even increase crop production in reduced area. Now, this is the different pictures of normal culture solution. No nitrates, no calcium and no phosphates. The pictures are given in the different matters. Fertilizer factories are given over here in the picture. Now problems of fertilizer industry as Pakistan has limited natural gas reserves, so fertilizer industry is not able to enhance the output. There is a lack of skilled labor, the capital intensive industry and hence requires modern machinery and equipment. Although power is available, frequent load shedding hinders out. Now we have sugar industry is an important or an agro-based industry which provides employment to the landless rural population and has a great impact on the economy of the country. It has become the second largest industry after the textile sector. It is totally dependent on its raw material, although sugar is in northern areas is also made from sugar beet. Sugarcane is a labor intensive crop. It has a seasonal production spell for a period of 5 months from November to March, keeping production with smoothly coordinated with storing and maintaining orderly schedules of supplies throughout the year are really complex issues to tackle. Now, these are the some pictures related to the sugar. Sports industry, it's an industry to manufacture everything. So is for sports goods, and this is one of those industries that earn great revenue each year because of the popularity of every sport. In Pakistan, almost all sports related items are produced, but the famous products are soccer ball, cricket bat, cricket ball, tennis ball, and some other items too. Sports industry of Pakistan has even manufactured the soccer ball for the FIFA World Cup of the year 1994 as well as the last year. This shows that how demanding the sports industry of Pakistan is in the world market of sports goods. Now, the sports industry of Pakistan lies in the city of Sialkot, which is a part of the province of Punjab. All the items of sports of the best quality are manufactured in the city of Sialkot, and sports industry in Sialkot is the main factor of Sialkot's economy, as it earns great profit from it due to the high demand of sports goods in international market. These are the pictures of manufacturing of sports items. On the one side of the picture, football, and on the bat. Now, surgical equipment industry is mainly clustered in and around in the skirts of Sialkot. Over 99% of the country's production is centered at Sialkot. The sector comprises over 2,300 companies, of which around 30 can be considered large, and the remainder can be split as 150 units of medium size and remaining as small. Out of the total production, approximately over 95% is exported. Types of surgical instruments, beauty instruments, dental, diagnostic, eye, laparoscopy, manicure, microsurgery, orthopedic, pedicure, surgical instruments. These are the different types of surgical instruments. Now, tourism is also the main industry of Pakistan in many different travel areas, which allows the majority of a country's population to be employed. These employment places include hotels, car rental agencies, restaurants, tour companies, and equipment shops, among others. Profit earned from tourism can be reinvested into the country for better infrastructure, education, funding conservation efforts, and creating more responsible ways of tourism. Now it promotes international connections, which can bring more business and cultural collaboration in the long term. It also promotes cross cultural awareness for both locals and tourists and builds bridges of understanding between cultures. More production will lead to higher GDP. Now, some of the disadvantages. The first factor, to take into consideration is environmental damage. When a country has a higher tourist attraction, the number of people occupying a space increases immensely. As a result, the release of carbon monoxide gases can increase due to the plane and car use affecting the country's environment. One of the advantages breached upon the sharing of cultures. While this is a great interaction of beliefs and customs, it can become destructive to a host country's culture. Also, for many countries, tourism is a seasonal occurrence. For people that work in the tourism industry, their jobs are only viable for a certain number of months, and after the season has ended, many are left without income. Now the next is the brick kiln industry. The picture is given over here. There are more than 18,000 brick kilns in Pakistan, without with about 9% of them being in Punjab and Sindh, producing about 45 billion bricks every year, making it the third largest brick producer in South Asia behind India and Bangladesh. Coal is a major source of fuel for brick kilns. However, mostly cheaper materials are used for firing the bricks, such as waste plastic material, discarded material of rubber and leather products, as well as medical waste. The process involved raw materials, clay, and water for input, power mainly from coal, labor, children, and Afghan refugees. Process mixing of clay with water, given in the picture, molding of clay into bricks, and we have drying of clay in sunlight, this all in the process, keeping in fired clay for baking and giving strength to that brick. Now that was the making of a bricks. Now environmental hazards, air pollution is created due to smoke from the kiln, noise pollution is created, heat is generated due to which the temperature rises. Now kiln in Urdu we say bhatti. In the end, the slide is given of some of the questions related to the industrial development of Pakistan. Now, the 4, 6, 5, 3, and 2 marks questions has been given over here. I hope you like the lecture and Jazakumullah.